before the $222 million, before Barcelona and PSG and Brazil's yellow shirt, before the skills that made the whole world stop and stare, there was a room with no electricity, a single mattress shared by 3 people, a father working 3 jobs in the dark, too proud to quit and too tired to sleep, and a baby boy who, at just 4 months old, had already survived something that should have killed him before his story could even begin. The world sees Neymar as a magician, a showman, a superstar, but the real story, the one that made him everything he is, starts not in a stadium. It starts in the dark. Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. was born on February 5, 1992, in Mogi das Cruzes, São Paulo, Brazil. His father, Neymar Santos Sr., was a former professional footballer who retired early from the sport due to injuries. His mother, Nadine da Silva, managed the household amid financial struggles that marked the family's early years. In a painful interview, his father described the area where the family lived as a place where the entire city threw its garbage. This was the world Neymar was born into. Not a favela of cinematic beauty. A real place, broken pavements, no streetlights, the smell of a city's discarded waste drifting through the window of a room where a family of 3 shared everything they had, including a single mattress and a dream that seemed to everyone outside that room completely impossible. At the tender age of 4 months, Neymar miraculously survived a fatal car crash. An oncoming vehicle recklessly ran off a steep mountain, lost control, and collided violently with the family's car, while his parents were on their way to visit relatives. He should not have survived. But he did, as if the universe had already decided that this boy had somewhere to be. At home, electricity was a privilege the family frequently went without. They couldn't afford to pay the electric bills, so the family lived mostly by candlelight. Neymar later described childhood memories of wanting simple things like cookies and being unable to afford them. The boy who would one day be worth $250 million could not afford a biscuit. Let that sit for a moment. Neymar's father had been a footballer himself, a semi-professional with real talent, until a serious hip injury brought his playing career to an abrupt and permanent end. That injury didn't just end a career, it ended a man's identity, his dream, the thing he had worked toward his entire life. But instead of letting that loss destroy him, Neymar Sr. did something extraordinary. He transferred every single ounce of that broken dream into his son. He worked 3 jobs simultaneously to keep the family alive. 3 jobs, 1 room, 1 mattress, 1 boy with a football at his feet, and a father who had already paid the price of believing in something the world couldn't see yet. He refused to stop paying it. The family moved constantly, chasing better training, better opportunities, better anything. They relocated from Mogi das Cruzes to São Vicente to Santos, arranging their entire lives around their son's potential, making choices that prioritized his development over their own stability. Then came the moment that changed everything. Santos FC, the legendary Brazilian club that had once been home to Pelé himself, offered the 11-year-old Neymar a place in their academy. It was the first time in his life the future felt real. The first time his father's sacrifice had a destination. The family's parents gave their blessings, overjoyed that their son was helping them get out of poverty. The boy from the garbage dump was walking through a door that most people in his neighborhood never even knew existed. Santos FC did not just develop a footballer. They revealed a phenomenon. By 17, Neymar was already being compared to Pelé by Brazilian football journalists, a comparison so enormous it would have crushed most teenagers. It fueled him instead. He played with joy, with arrogance, with a freedom that could only come from someone who remembered exactly where he had started. Every flick, every nutmeg, every impossible goal was not just skill, it was a message. To the garbage dump, to the candlelit room, to every person who had ever looked at that neighborhood and decided the people inside it had no future. Neymar was writing a different ending in real time. And the whole of Brazil was watching him do it. Barcelona came calling in 2013. The most prestigious football club on earth wanted the boy from Mogi das Cruzes, Neymar Sr., and Nadine had sacrificed stability and weathered hardships to give every resource they had to a son who repaid them with the most lucrative football career in history. Then in 2017, Paris Saint-Germain broke the entire history of football with a $222 million transfer fee, the single most expensive player ever purchased. The boy whose family couldn't afford electricity. The boy who grew up next to a garbage dump. The boy who survived a car crash at 4 months old. He was now worth more than most countries' annual sports budgets. And through all of it, through every record and every headline, He never forgot the candlelit room. But fame does not erase everything. It covers it. Neymar carried injuries, criticism, and loneliness through the peak years of his career. Then in 2023, the worst happened, a complete ACL tear that threatened to end everything. Months of rehabilitation, months of silence, months of a man sitting alone with the body he had built since childhood, wondering if it had finally betrayed him for good. In August 2024, Neymar publicly broke down and stated, "There are days I want to give up," openly sharing the psychological toll of his prolonged recovery. The most expensive footballer in history. The man who survived a car crash at 4 months old, who grew up by candlelight, who carried his father's broken dream, was telling the world he was breaking too. Neymar has returned to Santos, the club where it all began, as he prepares for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, a full circle. The boy who first walked through those gates at 11 years old, returning as a legend, trying to find one last thing the game still owes him, a World Cup with Brazil. His father's sacrificed career, his mother's quiet strength, 3 jobs in the dark, 1 mattress between 3 people, a baby who survived a mountain road crash. All of it, every single piece of that story, led to this. A man at the end of his peak, chasing the only trophy that has always eluded him. In a World Cup, on a stage bigger than anything his father ever imagined standing on. So the next time you see Neymar, the skills, the tricks, the smile that lights up every stadium on earth, look past the performance. See the boy reading by candlelight because the electricity was cut off. See the father who gave up his own dream so his son could have one. See the 4-month-old baby who survived a mountain crash before he could even hold a football. And see the man who, at the height of everything, broke down and admitted that even legends have days they want to quit. That honesty is not weakness. That is what survival looks like when the cameras are finally off. Subscribe to The Forge Files, share this story, and never stop going.